videos, I'm doing a what's in my handbag. I am a sucker for a huge handbag, and when I saw this handbag in River Island last year, I think it was 2 summers ago. No, it was last summer, not this summer, last summer, 2013. I wanted it. Then I was going to stop at nothing to get it, but in the end I just couldn't justify £45. However, in the January sales, I walked into River Island, and there on the sale box was one of these bags. And it is this, I suppose it's like a bowler type bag, and it's got a laser cut and it's got red in it, and it's gorgeous and it's everything I've wanted. And I've got a feeling that the reason that it was £20 when I bought it, and it's still going strong, although it is falling apart a little bit, is because the River Island sign is actually upside down. So it's a one of a kind as well. I love this bag, and it fits a lot of stuff, and at the moment there is a lot of stuff in there. So I wanted to go through some of the items. I can't go through everything because I think there's some really boring stuff, but yeah, I'll go through some of the items that are in my bag. And some of them I've already got out. I got them out previously because it's probably easier. First of all, I've got a notebook. I bought this from Tesco at 90p. I think that's easier. When it's 90p, it's easier for me to carry one of these around because I'm mobile now. I don't have a desk anymore, and I really miss that. So these little notebooks are perfect for when I've got conference calls if I'm out and about. So I think it was 90p or 80p. So I was really chuffed with that. And it says, "What's the scoop?" Kind of a kind of monogram type thing. I really like that. That's lovely. So the other thing I carry around is my I guess it's my Kindle. It does need charging. I didn't have one until earlier this year, and it's because I've joined a book club that I really wanted something that I could just download the books really quickly rather than having to go out and buy them. However, I have got shelves loads of books which I should be reading and haven't. So I found this really useful, especially because when I go on the train to London for work, I end up using this if I haven't got work to do already. So yes, and I bought this little case from Tesco's, and it's glorious. It's a lovely little grey case. I love it to pieces. My mum gave me this Kindle. It's quite old actually, but it still works. It does what it needs to do, so I'm really chuffed with that. The other thing that's in my bag is this. Now, I bought this purse, and it looks like a River Island purse, but it's not. It's actually Primark, and I thought it looked really expensive. I love these little details here. I do like the little gold details, and it's got like a snake skin finish to it. I love my big purses. It's got all the pockets I need it to, and a zip one as well. I can't do little purses, the same as I can't really do little handbags. So yeah, that's another thing I really like. The other thing I have, and I have to carry it everywhere with me, is a diary. I know people use their phones as a diary, but I just can't do it. I just can't get used to it. I prefer to write it down. And it's a paper chase diary, and it is getting quite worn out now, and I do love it. I bought it in a sale actually. I think somebody bought it for me actually. I love it because it's just little and wee, and I like anything paper chase, and I like its red dots. I love that. So yeah, I just bought my new inserts for this coming year because everything's being planned for next year, and I don't know where I'd be without it. So I do love my little organizer. It's quite yuppie-ish really, but it's great. I love it. And actually I am going to have to get a new one because it's all falling apart. So if anybody wants to get me another little paper chase one, you can find me at www.leahxl.com, and I can send you my address to send it to. Otherwise I will buy one myself, of course. So I've also got, and it goes along, my partner bought me a little light for my Kindle because it isn't a Paperwhite, so it's not got a backlight, so I can't read it in the dark, and she doesn't really like it when we've got the main light on. We don't have any lamps in this room at the moment because we don't really have many plugs. So yeah, and this is a room for sleep, it's not a room for much else, but I am allowed to use this, and also if we're sat downstairs and she's watching something and I'm not, so I get to use this. So yeah, and I thought that was really cute. The other thing I carry around, I really do carry so much, and if anybody ever finds my bag, they're going to have a glorious time. My little Samsung camera, which I bought recently. I have never had a little camera like this, little digital camera. and it's really, really good. It's a really good camera. I'm really impressed with it. I've already dropped it and I've marked it a little bit, so I'm really annoyed at myself. But in terms of quality, it's good enough for my blog. I don't really need it for much else. And because it's Samsung, I can link it up to my phone really easily, and also I can link it up to my blog because I use Blogger, and I guess this is Android and that's Android. So yeah, I do like my little Samsung camera, and I do take it everywhere with me. I do become a tourist wherever I go because I do have it out. Essentials that I have in my handbag. I was sent recently a Ted Baker set to review, and for Evolve magazine, and it came with this little tiny mirror which I think is gorgeous, like a rose coloured mirror, kind of a big blingy thing on the top with TB for Ted Baker. I really love this mirror. I think this is great, so I'm quite impressed with that. And I do, and it's quite heavy actually, but it is a good size for my handbag, especially because my handbag's so big. The other thing is this Jess nail varnish, which is what I've got at the moment. It's £1 from Poundland, and I did talk about this in my budget beauty video, my £1 one, because I hadn't tried it at that point, but I have now, and it was 2 coats, and I did it on the train. It didn't take very long, but it stayed well. I'm really impressed with it actually, I have to say. I might have to go and buy some more of these. I like the size of it, it's not too big either. And I tend to really struggle with my hands in the winter. I have to have hand cream in my bag. And recently in one of the magazines, I think it was Mary Claire, they had L'Occitane hand creams in different scents. One of them was rose, one of them was lime, and they had the original scent and a vanilla one. I got the original one as well, and I gave that to my partner because I've got quite a big tube of it. L'Occitane hand cream is the only hand cream that helps my skin during the winter, and I get really bad eczema if I don't use it. The rose one and the lime one are beautiful scents, but I can only really use the 20% shea butter ones. The other ones I'm not too keen on, they're a little bit too watery for me. But these are so thick and glorious, and the smell is divine. I mean, their original one, the shea butter one, 20% shea butter, original one, is my favourite smell ever. It just smells like clean and babies, and it's gorgeous. But you know, rose is a good scent. I'm not a lavender fan, I'm definitely more of a rose, but it just sinks in really, really well. And I get a tiny patch there of eczema. I think it would be worse if I didn't use hand cream every day. And my grandma has the most beautiful hands, and she always told me to use hand cream every day anyway, but this is the only one that I can use. And it is expensive, but when they're in magazines, it's only really the price of the magazine, and usually that's what, £3.99, and these come up as £8 in the shops. So if you haven't tried L'Occitane 20% shea butter hand cream, you should. Other stuff of theirs I'm not keen on. This is the only thing I swear by, and it's been on my blog a few times. It is one of my favourite things to have in the winter time, at any time really, but definitely something I would get people to use. And when people use it, they're like, oh, it's so good, it sinks in and it doesn't leave like a greasy film or anything, which I really hate. The other thing that was in my bag, and that's because I took it off yesterday, is, sorry about the noise, is this necklace, which I bought from Primark. Now, I love a chunky gold necklace, but I can't have too many chunky things. I don't know whether you've noticed there's this. It's not a mole, it is a blocked blood vessel. Yay me. And I used to wear quite a lot of short necklaces, and I can't now because it just keeps catching on that, and it's not good, if I'm honest. It's not great. Hopefully I'll get it removed, and I'm sure I'll update you about that. Other things that are in my handbag, which I won't go into too much detail, but I do have, well, firstly a load of receipts. Secondly, from Primark, they've got some anti-back hand gel, and because I'm always on the tubes and stuff, I like to have this just in case. So I don't use it often. It's got a lovely sweet kind of candy smell, but I do use that sometimes. I carry so much rubbish in my bag. I have an inhaler because I suffer from asthma only with cats. have a number of lipsticks. I've got my red one from I Love Makeup, which was my makeup rev haul, which is gorgeous. I have got a memory card, memory stick, and I also have my other pair of glasses, which I wear normally for work. So they're these ones. They're again from Specs Post. They're kind of tortoise shell, and they're supposed to be the same sort of glasses that Jess wears in New Girl, which is a programme I love. My favourite gloss from Ultimate, which I've spoken about recently on a video, which is amazing. I think it cost me something like 25p when I got my discount off. And I also usually have a perfume in here, but I don't today. So yes, this is my favourite bag at the moment. It's great. I like that it's not too long. I like to hold my bags here, as you know, rather than on my shoulder. But it did come with a strap, but I just don't use it. So yeah, I love this bag, but I will be purchasing a new one probably from TK Maxx, because that's the best place for handbags as far as I'm concerned. So I hope you've enjoyed going through all of my stuff in my handbag. I don't know whether you've used any of the things. I don't know if you're a fan of L'Occitane hand cream, but yeah, if you've done anything similar or any handbag videos, let me know. I'd like to see some links, and yeah, just give me a thumbs up. I hope you enjoy the video.